Hi you guys, it's Ellie, and in this video we're going to be talking about how you can interpret your partner's behavior and understand whether or not you need to pay attention to these red flags or whether it's something that is a situational occurrence and to just give them compassion and grace and let it go. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel, and let's get right into the video. I was talking to someone the other day who was expressing their concerns for their partner's behavior when it comes to them and situations that they do together. So I wanted to make this video and kind of explain to you what I think about this so that maybe it could help you avoid some of these mistakes so that you can get your relationship to where you want it to be with the quickest way possible. Number one is a man who loves his woman will never put accountability onto her for his reactions. This isn't just like verbal things, but his actions, like with things that he does. He will never blame her for something that he does because he knows how to take accountability for himself, and he knows that he is responsible for his feelings, thoughts, and actions. An example of this would be someone that lashes out on you, and for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the situation was, he lashes out at you and then he tells you that he did that because you were pissing him off or you were doing something that, you know, made him feel agitated, irritated, whatever. And he tries to make it sound like it's your fault. This is not a man that you want to have a relationship with because he literally just showed you that he cannot take accountability for himself. And believe it or not, you will be blamed for anything and everything that goes wrong in his life and in any situations in life. A man who loves his woman will never make her feel unsafe. And this isn't just physically, but we're talking about emotionally, spiritually, financially, and in every way that he could provide for her. He will do those things because he wants her to be pleasant for her to be by him. He wants to be that safe space and that support system for her. If he is not doing these things for you, that is a huge red flag. And that is something that you do need to take into account with his actions and whatever he says as his excuses for those things. And the third thing is conditions. A man will never set conditions for his woman. For example, you aren't grateful for this, that is why I'm not doing this for you. He will never set conditions for how he wants you to look. He will never set conditions for achieving your goals and things like that. Like, for example, when we do this, we can do whatever you want. I'm not saying that there isn't any reason or logic behind it, but you will feel the intention behind what he says and how he says it. And in those moments, you need to trust your intuition. Sometimes there are things in life that you can't have immediately, but a man who loves his woman will try to meet those needs because he wants to be everything for her. And his character, his words, his mannerism is going to be the only way that you can interpret whether or not that is someone who is compatible for you. And now that you know these things, you can use this knowledge to your advantage to get what you want out of your relationship. Now that I've said all that, it is also really important to mention about us ladies, and that is that we need to take accountability for ourselves before we ask for those things from our partner. We need to be accountable for providing our own needs for ourselves because there's not a man on earth that will make you happy. And I'm not just saying that, I truly do mean that. Happiness comes from within. And if you are constantly needing him to validate you, make you feel good, take you out places, do something special and spontaneous for you, that is not a really healthy burden to place onto the relationship. So you do need to check yourself as you are looking for your partner's character traits and trying to figure out whether or not this is someone that you want to be in a relationship with. So it is a really important thing to be a wholesome person yourself and make sure that you are in a position to bring forth into the relationship, and that is how you will attract people that are of similar values. A good man will be put off by a woman who is too clingy or needy or demanding in things and they don't feel appreciated, because who wants to do something nice for somebody only to have their partner react with eye rolls or something really negative or off-putting. So in order to have a partner with good characteristics, you must also have good characteristics. Now, it is really important to talk about behavior norms that each person has. And all individuals on this planet have a spectrum of behavior that is considered their norm. It's very unlikely for somebody to act out of character, whether you want to accept that or not. Sometimes people can be all over the spectrum, even in one day or on a weekly basis, and other people stick to like a very narrow spot within that spectrum of behaviors that they will exhibit, and wait for an extreme situation to make them act in an extreme way. But for someone to behave completely off of this spectrum of norms is highly, highly unlikely. So when you do notice something that your partner is saying, doing, or the way they are interacting with you, the way they are vibing, that you do not like, this is really important to pay attention to, and don't downplay it. So when we are leveling up in our character traits and the person that we are becoming, that affects everybody and everything around us. It affects our partner, it affects our relationships, it affects things that happen with us in life. And so that is why it is really important to constantly be checking yourself and also be paying close attention to things that we don't like in our partner. A lot of times there are character traits that we don't like about a person, but they feel familiar to us. And that is the reason why people stay in relationships that they are not happy in, or they keep repeating the same relationship with just a different person. I really hope that this short video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.